Looking for trouble. Shannon's plan, yes, Shannon is the shaman that we met, is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper. But getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support, in case the Drek hits the fan. The Union will have exactly what you need: a fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the new one. It's their job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need: magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or a Nova Hot Decker for matrix work. Running the Shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. I bet this is where we're going to be hiring, employ, I don't know, probably Mr. Delila. He was the fixer that Coyote went to for the one with Stevie J, but obviously that went sideways. But he said that we could always come to him if we want a crew. So we're actually going to be running a crew here, maybe, possibly. Talk to the fixer, Mr. Delila, about hiring runners. That was John Bartlett or something like that. Yep. The name is kind of familiar, but I don't quite remember. Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, Travoke, there's a woman looking for you, Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Bellevue type. Okay. Wouldn't order anything. Won't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. Thanks, Cherry. No charge, Chummer. Why is the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon. Just a few salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madam Sinful and some diehard regulars. Madam Sinful? That's what the downtown folks called Mrs. Kubota. It's a Touristville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. Okay. Who's around? I just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Okay, so Coyote is back at work? Mr. Delila is hanging out in his usual place. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me. Oh, and Bartlett's here. Don't think you've met him yet. Nope. Who's he? John Bartlett. Oh, sorry about that. Big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz. Connected. You might want to meet him. So is that guy still bothering you? Oh, what was his name? Oh. You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been in since that last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird. He was so persistent. I guess he finally got the message. Maybe he'll find someone at that Universal Brotherhood of his and settle down. Maybe. So, in speaking of the Brotherhood, I actually did some research about the Sixth World and things like that. I just did a brief kind of, skim of the wiki and stuff like that. But I guess how it works, how it is that pretty much the Fifth World, I believe, is kind of like what our time is now. Like, literally now. Or at least how it was before 2011. Then the Awakening happened, where the elves and the orc and dwarves, trolls, all those awoke somehow. They woke, so I don't know. I guess I should have read more into that as well, but... And the Sixth World is happening right now in-game. So the Sixth World is pretty much anything from 2011, which is the year of the Awakening, until current point. At least when this game happened. And how they took it in the RPG sense is each world was literally an edition of the game. That's my understanding of it. If anybody else knows more about that stuff, please let me know. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to have to look around. Have fun. Oh, I'll try not to. Vangrass. Oh, yes, we could talk to him about the other gems. So, John Bartlett. He's got some cool shades. Full of life with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey, you. What's shaking? A little of this, a little of that. I hear that. Ome. I might have something for you if you got the new one. Time is money. I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim Network? Nephilim as in like Diablo Nephilim? Nah, probably not. Of course you have. In the know guy like you has to have heard of the premier Merc team out there. Ooh. Mercs. Of course I have. Yeah, sure. Then you know you can hire us to run with you when you need expert help. Not just any tube calling himself a runner. We cost more, but we're worth it. Oh, I'll think about it. Okay, that's Jessica there. Seriously, what the hell happened to Jim Park here? Oh, was she with Mrs. Kubota being like all emotional and stuff like that with Coyote being gone, obviously, and missing work because of circumstances? Jim Park sold Coyote or Carla a pistol. So I don't know if that's any, reason as to why that's going on. I'm very busy. You show me something worth my time or you walk away. Data from the NTSB. Renraku would pay to keep it quiet, and Ares would pay to know what it is. Oh, right. We picked up that data from, obviously, the warehouse and stuff like that. I've got 800 new in for something like that. See, this is where all the etiquettes are so damn cool, because there's so many options and things for it. Sure. It's done. So can we not talk to him about the... So, just because I didn't have that one etiquette that one time, it cut me out of money. Right? Huh. Alright. Oh, wow, we have 10 karma. Alright, let's spend some of this before I completely forget about it. So let's look at intelligence right now. Let's do that to make our little guys a bit tougher. Quickness. We could be better at the rifle, of course. Critical damage percentage visible and burst fire available, weapon permitting. Okay. 4 more. We could go to the next tier of this if we wanted to. We don't have enough for more hit points, which is fine. I upgraded that last time, so I'm fine with dealing with that. Now, willpower is definitely something we don't go into. Part of me kind of wants to go into decking a little bit to be honest, because I could crack into stuff and I already have good intelligence. I think next time we get a big set of stuff, we should definitely upgrade that. Let's do Biotech 3. And then save the other one, sure. And also, like, if anybody's watching this and they're like, hey, you should have put it in this stat and this skill and stuff like that. I can't say I don't care, because I do like learning, mechanics and things like that, but this is my actual first time playing through this, so I'm going to be a noob. I'm not afraid to admit it. Alright, Jessica Watts. Ooh, pretty. Alright, at a glance you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica is from a different world. The opposite of Sam, in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Miss Watts? Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it is clear that she is well outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? My friends call me Travoke, and I counted Sam among them. Yeah, name's Travoke. I used to work with your brother, Sam. I should have guessed. How's that? You look like the type. Seedy. Alright. I'm sorry. Look, I just want to understand what's going on here. A woman who called herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead, and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about his investigation. Sam didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered. I wish I could say it's a shock, but given the circles he ran in... true. Sam hadn't run the shadows in years. If you say, but even so, look at this place, these people, and you. You're not with the police, are you? I'm getting that a lot lately, but no. I'll be honest, I would just as soon put this all behind me, and the fastest way to do that is through proper channels. Surely there is an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? I think they can use all the help they can get. But it's true, I am helping Lone Star with their investigation. As a side dude, but it works. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. First, Sam was my friend, and second, I'm being paid for my trouble. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Sam, he hired me from beyond the grave. Actually, Sam hired me himself. I don't understand. It's called a dead man's switch. It triggered when he died. Am I to believe that my drunken sod of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Listen to me, Travoke. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam... Well, Sam was Sam, you know? I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me, I don't want to see this drag on. I would love nothing more than to give you closure, and quickly. I appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. Are we talking about the same man? My brother was worthless, Travoke. Worthless. He used people. Never mind. I can see that you are not going to let this go, and I respect that you are honoring my brother's memory in your own way, but I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. I get it. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me? Wow, lots of questions. When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages, I can't remember. There was a note on Sam's body sounded like an apology, an offer to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed Jessica. I wrote many such notes in the beginning, but I haven't made such an effort in a long time now. I don't know why he would have kept it. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? Probably on the other fucking side of the country. I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know of any others. You would likely know better than me these days. Were you and your brother close? It seemed like recently... no. I think I made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? Well, these all of these are like assuming that she's like heartless. I mean, like they're twins. They have a hard time. I don't know. I don't know. I've been lucky. I have a twin, and he and I get along very well, for the most part. Probably because we're both guys, and they were brother and sister. But I don't know. But I don't know. Oh wow, this one's tough because it's pretty much saying, "Hey, I'm an ass. I'm just going to say this." You don't sound sad that he's gone? I mourned losing Sam long before he died. Oh, okay. Show her the picture of her and Sam as children. Jessica takes the photo from you guardedly as if it might sting her. But that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where? Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe he kept this. Maybe not such a bad guy after all? I don't know anymore. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then after our father died, things began to change. And we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives, but after everything got mixed up, you can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. I can relate on a different level, but the remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did, but he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mom working 2-3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust. So finally, I just had to leave. May I keep this? Please do. Thank you. Tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. I couldn't watch her do it anymore, and so I moved out. After I left, we drifted farther and farther apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Wow, that sucks. Where were you living before you moved back here? Cal for you? Like California? What brought you down there? It was less of what brought me there than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life, a vision for what the world could become. And I came back here to help make it happen. I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. Just as well, I need to get back to the office. But before I go, you should know that I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow, and I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral's tomorrow at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Thanks. Goodbye, Trevoke. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Wow. So we got a lot of information just in general. Like, Jessica hasn't been in the picture for, a while. Especially about, Sam and all of them in general, and their mother. But it's like learning the backstory of what went down. what happened, and I totally get it. I mean, like, when life at home is tough, sometimes the best way to do it, even if it feels like at the moment it's hurting somebody, or hurting the people that are close to you and also yourself, in the end, sometimes it can help. Which for her it did, luckily. Let's talk to Coyote. Coyote wiping down the back bar. She doesn't stop when you approach, keeps her eyes on her work. Hey. You alright? Yep, fine. Listen, Trevok, I don't want to talk about what happened with Gino, okay? What's done is done. Gino's dead, I'm alive, and that's all there is to it. It's the Barons, right? Nothing more to do or say. I'm going to be looking for work. Your kind of work. So if something comes up, keep me in mind. Yeah, I will. Okay, I gotta do this now. The afternoon checklist isn't gonna finish itself. Alright. So she's asking to be on the next job that we're going to be on. Or, you know, something like that. And I think we will. Especially since Mr. Delila is going to be the one, you know, setting it all up. I think it would be a good thing to do. Do we have much to sell? Or new things to get? Because we got some interesting things. Jazz, oh yeah, we could get rid of that. I'm not interested in using drugs or anything like that. I'm one of those weirdos in games like this where I don't like using the drugs. Like Fallout, I don't really use them. I know they're like beneficial and all, but I don't really care to use them. Could talk to you first. And how are you, my friend? Fine day to fire a weapon. What do you say? Say what you have in stock. Yeah, so for what he has, we have the best of what we can do. Let's sell these. So we have to also think about potential. Well, I guess what we'd have to do is get our crew and then equip them. You know, if they don't have the best. If Peiko were to join, if he's one of them, I wouldn't mind switching out his bat for a machete. Coyote has a pistol that's not even, you know, in the list here. But I'm guessing that means because it's actually a pretty good pistol. It was a Ares Scorpion or something like that. I don't remember 100%. Like, he's the Decker dude. So yeah, we can't use any of that. Which is fine. And then spells and then uniform, like outfits. You have the same shit, don't you? Yeah. Part of me kind of wants to go with this. Because its armor is pretty dang good. And honestly, we got the extra money, so I wouldn't mind. Confirm. Yeah, so let's move that in. And also, we look kind of cool. I'm actually liking that. So it gives us 3 extra HP and also 4 armor. So that'll help us with our, not our lack of, you know, not our lack of hit points or anything like that, but it'll help out with defense against being hit. Also, it just looks cool. I like that, you know, blue neon blue kind of look to it. Alright, Mr. Kalui, let's ask him some questions. Glad to see you well, Trevok. And you, holding down the fort? It's the state of the troops. Combat ready, perhaps more than usual. Tensions are up. Word got around about that latest Ripper killing, and people aren't feeling safe. And when people feel unsafe, they either go to ground or they huddle up. You notice how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squats, holed up in places like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here, I got it covered. See you later. Later. Alright, so I'm going to end the episode here, because I don't want to, talk to him and then get a whole, thing going and have the episode run longer than expected like last time. But, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We're getting into the thick of things, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. So, without further ado, I will see you guys next time. Links in the description, as always, to my social medias. My Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.